I can see you in my own reflection. It's right there in front of me, across the stretched out razor of your blade. You're holding it out for the kill. You're holding it out for me. Why do you look so angry when you wear your helmet? You got your colors, I got your children, got your ring within my left hand. I got your city, got your world, got your space. I got your wisdom, got your love. Yeah, I got your wife. Hey there, are you married? Take you home tonight? I see black cheeks within the scales of your armor. I'm wearing my white robes now. Left my chainmail at the wall of the wishing well. Within the tried test, within the basement of your enclosing gates. Behind me, you can see all the armies of my angels. We're making soft love to you demons before we eat up all your cancer, eat up all your fire, eat up all your cake. Be careful where you point your sword in battle. When you draw it silently from its sheath, magnetic attraction directed at me with its vengeance. V is for vendetta. V is for vision. V is for your arms reverently folded. V is for the victory. V is for vicissitudes of venom. 4 columns outstretched in confrontation. You don't want to fall on your sword for me today. Shoulder to shoulder is how I'm painting all my pictures. Rewrote the book. You'll catch up to me real soon. The final shot within my crosshairs. Listen to the words that I'm speaking. Hear me from my heart of hearts. Remember what I told you. Hear just what I have to say. I can't give up on you and the progress that we're making. Don't let them down. You know it hurts us. I'm much too funky to be talking all that noise. We're talking truth now. Put down your weapons. Quit talking at me. Hang up the old grid. Let's get it on together. Quit talking funky tripe to trip me. Time to hang up all that jive. You always say the best food, sweet as sugar. Honey-covered chocolate barrels filled up your rooms. The house is full now, as is the parking lot. Classic 60s trash beaming from your satellite. That's why I call you when I'm cold and lonely. I gravitate to the inner workings of your air-conditioned hive. I see your soldiers preparing armies for the battle. The funeral procession's just beginning. The clock is ticking. Time to clean up the house, take out the garbage. Let's commit ourselves together. All at once, here's a toast to all that you've accomplished. Contested conquest. Let's drink it up to our heart's content. Kick back and chill. Bring on the fireworks. Bring on the movie. Bring on what was promised. Bring on the new age. Take time to draw. It's how it's gotta be. Coasting along vapor trail to your home world. A bit of sleep and I'm good to go for now. I'm good for days. Keep eating up all your tasty pastries. I thank you for the soup so sweetly served within your kitchen. I'll make it a point to smile at you. When we pass out on the street, the church bells are ringing. Please take time to draw for me just what you see. Wish we had more time for that slow dance that I promised. Johnny R, maybe more, maybe it's Greenwood, calling me to get my act together from the studio booth. Johnny R's got all the local cake and tickets for the ride across the Great Divide. I try to reciprocate all of his good intentions, but my family's blocking my response before that RSVP hits the entrance buttons. Incoming mortars, incoming waves of destruction, coming across in patterns quickly through the telephone lines. Wish we had more time for that slow dance that I promised you. You know it's hard for me to stay mad at you, baby. So difficult to draw your ribbon, spilling from your flask. It's frothing at the mouth, holding all your vintage vaulted wine. The blood you want the most is from my body. It stains your lips and dreams of future worlds. Our destination. I guess you know me now. I guess you're doing fine. Take time to draw me just what you were thinking. I'd like to sit up on the benches in your temple and stare at your century-spent 13 relics. For your personal choice museum collection, I hear it reopens round the clock. It's on my calendar. It sounds so perfect. What door shall I enter? What should I select for my disguise? We almost made it in within the top glow of the stripper's sight. I was so close to wishing up the wrong way, but I couldn't take my eyes off of the lights as they beamed out at me, psychedelic shimmer across the street, such delivery in their meaning. I'll never forget just what you showed me when we traded luminosity for hands of scissors out on the pier. You remember? How could you forget? It's safe to say that it's a look, it's a lock. You've got my hat, my queen of hearts. I've got my notebook. Got my jacket, my eagles screaming vengeance. Got my walking shoes when running. Got my knockoff branded sunglasses. I've got my memory. I've been waiting for this forever. Stay there. Are you married? Can I take you home tonight? I like the thought of meeting the new you in private, mass consumption, package advertisement on the Queen Bishop's book. Yeah, it's what you wanted. It's going to be off the hook. You stamped it on the crate. Can we agree to try? Remember when we threw it down in the name of goodwill? Can we agree to try? Remember when we threw it down in the name of goodwill? Laughed out loud at each other from across the table. It all happened on the inside. Reset the zeros. We have to pass the halfway point. The slope it's slipping. Icy theme songs for the Winter Olympics. Summer has to show up before we can coast down together on this moonlight drive. Take time to draft up your directions. I read the pamphlet, rode through metro streets with the best drivers, pumping gas for you with a smile for your firstborn favorite. It's such a trip, hard for me to believe. It's right next door to the place where we almost met. You know I love to see your sun when it is shining. You love my moon when it hits the lights. You're holding on so tight. Up there on the surface, I can still see my own reflection. I used to cry. I'm smiling with you now. It's so beautiful here. Can't wait to see you there tonight. I like what you had done with your efforts and improvements. All the kids are growing up. One by one, they figured out how it's supposed to be. I'll still hold you softly when you write the final pages. All your children love you deeply, more than you'll know. You came from the left. I'm here to tell you everything's going to be all right. When you decide you're good and ready for the ending, wish I could change it, but I sense it coming. Yeah, happy to report it's almost time. Stay there. Are you married? Can I take you home tonight? Take time to draw for me when you are lonely. You know, I see you busy working out the edits from the bad parts. The waves roll by, and I admire just what you can do with your pencil and your paper. Take time to draw. It was your music that I longed for. It was your art that woke me from this folly. Now let's both spread out our wings and learn to fly. You called me home, way far upside the river. It was my mission till I stopped off the star-spangled Jimmy drop from fields of flowers. You should have seen me transform all of my good intentions. I flipped the switch. Reverse polarity. Opposites attract. The fast drawing captured me, doing dances with my bad foot. Captured me writing how I planned on turning out all of my lights. Take time to draw for me. I'll do for you the same. Watch it pull out from the tips of my bloody fingers. Infectious energy, tracing the outline of your body. Shockwaves, pulsar pulsating. Everything is in its right place. We're here to help you. Smoking aces, dancing graves upon your victory. Take time to draw just what you saw in here. When I'm sleeping, I still trace the edges of your lips, tracing the soul-carved outline of your wasted body, rendering curvatures in motion. 1 times 2 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 86 is 172. 5 forward ramp 1. forward ramp 0, forward ramp 0, forward ramp 0.